Good afternoon, we're live on Twitch, Exhibit Scotland TV, Biosphere live streams. Part 2 for this afternoon. We were out this morning going for a bit of a woodland walk, and this morning we'll just come down to the shore for low tide, have a look in the rock pools, explore the area here. Wind's definitely got up a bit, so got a fluffy wind puff. Hopefully that's helping you out. Okay, let's explore. Lovely sounds of the ocean. Some kelp washed up here. Something like kelp. Started to find out that there's lots of different types. This one, it's kind of nice ribbons. This is wetter than it looks. Slippery too. Wow, got all this. Well, it looks like kind of like sea lettuce stuff. But also, it's just nice. Different types of bladder rack. More elongated one and a more round shaped one. It's nice to see. What's this here? Looks like lots of what I know is serrated rack. These jaggy bits at the sides of it. See that? There. So lots of that here. Whelks. And sometimes you find crabs and things that live underneath this stuff. Softback crabs and things. Fish even just let themselves get dried out, so it's worth looking at having a little look underneath these things as well as looking under rocks. Got here a rock pool. It's quite a shallow rock pool. Got a few other types of seaweed in it, the red stuff. Some really nice elongated looking stuff over there as well. see that? End of that lot. Anyway, the whole idea of coming over here was to have a look at these rocks at low tide, because I've not managed to really do it yet around here. And so, interested in... Ooh, slippery. Who lives over here, kind of thing. So I've got lots of limpets. And... oh, I saw a fish. Small fish. It's a good thing to see. Yeah, darted away. This is an interesting looking seaweed. With all the little balls on it. Looks a bit like cleavers. Cleavers of the sea. Somebody's plopped off a rock there. Oh, I can see a hermit crab. Let's see if we can get it on camera. So down on that rock, this white rock down here, there it is. You see it? Sticking out of the shell. So that's a little crab that doesn't have a very hard body, and so it uses the shells of other creatures, and basically as it grows it gets a new shell, finds one to fit it. See it there with its wee pincers and doodly bobbers just sitting there. That's cool. Now, that's an interesting idea. I just thought if I could make a little container, could bring a container out to put the phone in that floats, and then I could potentially float you in on the rock pool. That's an idea. At the moment we're looking through the water. You know, like a bit like a snorkel mask. Just to sit you on the surface, so there's no chance you'll go in, but you'll be able to see through the base into the pool. That's an idea. Definitely an idea. So cool. Well, we'll see more of them. Nice to see. Pleased to see that. Let's go over here. See a bit of a dead crab actually. Somebody's been somebody's meal. What will happen if we lift up this rock? There's anybody under here. Let's see. I believe there was somebody under there. You see? So let's zip off in this direction somewhere. Go fishing. It's nice to see. Look at that lovely, lovely colours on this thing here. Amazing. Need to be careful. I don't get everything wet here by being getting too close into the stuff. Oh, wow. I do like rock pooling, you see. Get right in there. Let's see. You can see sometimes you just want a good spot to sit, and then everything just kind of comes out. Not too heavy footed, Andy. What's going on in here? I was thinking maybe there'll be some hermit crabs kicking around here. It's maybe a bit too shallow, this. Oh, is that an actual crab? There's some prawns. I think that crab might be alive. Slim chance it might be alive. Do you see it? Is it alive? Is it not? There's one way to find out. No, it's dead. It's not alive. I saw a wee prawn flying away. Zooming off there. Put my foot in the water. There goes my resistance to slipping. Once you've got wet feet, that's you. Slippery, slippery. Wow. So there's some quite big rock pools here. I think we need to go around the edge rather than being on the top. That's my hunch. So let's go this way. Co-steering. Oh wow, look at that, an enemy. Fantastic. Cool. There's another one in here. I like anemones. Lovely looking things. There's another couple over here. One of them, the rounder one on the other, on the right, is got something to eat. It's digesting. That one's eating, and there's a nice big whelk there as well. Pretty. Pretty. It's quite a deep one there. If there's any hermit crabs in that. I'm on a bit of a mission to find hermit crabs. I'm pleased we found one already. I like hermit crabs. What's going on in here, guys? What's It's not shadowed it, so hopefully we're all good. Limpeting around. I'm not seeing any hermit crabs. Often they can be quite active, you know, trundling around looking for things to eat. The one we saw was being very chill, I thought. Oh wow, look at all that kelp over there, or some form of kelp-like weed. This is quite interesting stuff. Not sure what that is. Very green. Kind of dry, leathery. Interesting. There's a bit more of it here. Not much of it. Very kind of strange. Kind of like matted. These are quickly dried, sun dried. So nice. These rocks are just covered in barnacles and limpets. And limpets covered in barnacles. Crazy. Amazing texture. You hear the terns behind me? In the air. So we're gonna have a look over here. And it looks to be very wet. Sea, it's the sea, Andy. That's why it's wet. I think I should probably get, for these adventures, I'd probably get a thing for my wrist as well to put onto this. So if I do accidentally need to catch my balance, I can just let go. Hopefully you won't fall into the water. Wow. Quite a lot of different looking sort of stuff there. Let's just have a little seat here and have a look. So at the bottom here, we've got what I would normally consider to be kelp. It's kind of quite thick, ribbony stuff. But then out there above that, there's another type which is much more feathery. This place is full of it. You can see over there it started to get a bit bleached by the sun as well. So it cooks very easily, obviously. Crazy. Might be a lobster or something in there, a big crab. It's getting windy, as you can see, the waves are. Wavy.
Say what says, hi all, do people still eat that seagrass?
I see what? Yeah, I think people do. They do. We're not just here looking at seaweed. Actually, I'm looking for things like sea anemones. And there's actually loads of sea anemones. Look at them all digesting. So yeah. Golly. So a mission to find more hermit crabs. We found one so far, which is cool. Now we're getting right into the rocky bits. The rocky bit. Just amazing. Actually, really cool. It's a little bit murky looking. The sea is a bit murky looking. As you can see. Co-steering right now. Oh, hello. Friend out here. Right. Well, that was initially I thought it was an oyster catcher, but I think it might be a sandpiper. Hi, dude. Nice thing. Shy. Hay fever getting me a little bit.
CaptainEdith says, lurking on my phone whilst I am at the shops, but I will jump in on PC when I get home. Looks really cool there.
Oh, hi CaptainEdith. Thanks for joining us. It's lovely to have you here. So this would be a really cool little place to do some snorkeling probably, if it wasn't so wavy on a really still day. Probably be quite cool, but I reckon you might get a bit bashed around in the rocks there. Technically this is low tide right now.
Say what says, I've googled that water is 10C now over there.
There's another couple of pals over here. They're not very disturbed by me, which is good.
CaptainEdith says, camera in a plastic clear box floating around would be cool too.
You heard me say that, yeah. And that would be fun. It might work. I'm wondering if these are plovers or if these are sandpipers. Or if they're, what they are. They've got their bums to me. I wonder if I can get my binoculars out with my other hand. Oh. It says, as he says, one of them runs away. These are shy birds, but it seems. I'm really not sure. Really not sure. Hang on. Going to be more obvious. It's difficult. Sit down and do it. They are plovers. So these are the birds that I really wanted to get on camera on with the scope down at the other spot. So yeah, it's nice to see them here. Unfortunately, a little bit far away. for you guys, but nice to see them nonetheless. Right. A bit of me thinks I could go over there, but in order to do that I'd have to cross this gully. No, look, that looks fairly easy. I think I'm going to stay over here and let the birds rest over there rather than going over. Might be one of the reasons why they're not that worried, because they're like, just got to get across that gully. So, we wander along here. And a little jump. Woo. Sure you're still in one piece. Yeah, here in one piece. Probably not a bad wee fishing spot. The way the water rolls over that rock. Go exploring a bit more. So we've got these big rocks, which are good. Want to go to the other side of these and then down kind of into the harbour, or around that way anyway. Beep beep, beep beep. There's the oyster catcher. Beep beep. That's nice. Sometimes you get some amazing creatures that live in places like this. Goose barnacles is one of those. Rarely see goose barnacles. Sometimes you see them washed up on the beach. wave coming in, I think. It's funny how the waves can kind of get dissipated by waves that are bouncing off the rocks. You think, oh, this is going to be a good one, and then all of a sudden it doesn't turn out like that. Slurpy, slurpy. That's nice. So, quite a lot of quite shallow rock pool on the top. A lot of seaweed. Thankfully not just lots of green seaweed. Ooh. Who lives in there? So I bought a little kit to make like a flotation device for a drone. And if I got one of my drones, I thought, might need to fly it over water. You never know, this might be a good thing to have. And of course it's just the most ridiculous idea, but I do have a couple of floats, I think, that goes with that, little mini ones, which I think we could incorporate into a floating clear box to go into rock pools and other watery situations, still water situations. Not like this. This is wave. It's wavy, verging on a bit too windy to be standing on this rock. Over this way. Seems to be a big hole there. Oh yeah. Here the that's that big hole. And I've seen water spouting out this sploosh. Right, so how are we going to do it? Let's just walk down there. I think that's what we do. Wow. It's a big crevice. We came here once and we watched it also with a drone. And the water was just kind of, waves were just shooting in here, hitting the back wall, and the water was just squishing out the top there. Which is why you can see that there's not that many barnacles. If you look at the rocks here, absolutely covered in barnacles. But just out there where the water scoots out, there isn't so many, because they're getting blasted all the time. It's quite cool. Right. There's another big crevice here as well. Whew. Definitely important to be careful and take your time here and make sure you're, look at that, you know where you're standing. Put your leg down there, that would be broken in a jiffy. Look at that, incredible. So it's beautiful around here, but slightly treacherous. Good to know, good to know. heaps and heaps of this weed. Seaweed kind of swamps rock pools. But then again, this might be considered to be a bit kind of like deep water. Considering the species that are here, I regard them as being deep water species, or fairly deep water anyway. So maybe that's the reason why there's so much. Right, let's get down here. Only speculating. So many Olympics. Any hermit crabs? Super reedy. Bit of me wonders if there's any rocks on this beach that contain any fossils. Part of me started to think I should start looking out for things like that. But it's probably, I always think it's probably already been well hunted. There's a couple of lads going to start fishing. Heading down to where we were. They look well excited about it. And they're right, as the tide starts to turn again, it's a good time to go fishing. That's what's happening now. Low tide was at about, what time is it now? Low tide was at about 4:30ish, just after 4:30. So basically I must not get myself cut off if I go onto a promontory like I'm about to do. The important thing is to make sure I don't get cut off. Nice to go fishing with you guys at some point. I think we'll go fishing over there when we go fishing. Over off the old road rocks. Looks quite deep over there. And I believe there's some quite interesting things to catch over there, including some pollock, which we could eat the pollock. We might catch some mackerel as well as potential. probably hear the wind. It's buffeting. Buffet, buffet, buffet. Not horrendous though. Right. What's that? Is that fish? Something in the water there. It's kind of glistening in the light. A kind of bluey pinky colour, and I thought maybe it might be a little jellyfish or something. No, I just don't know what it is. It's nice seeing the movement of the weed there, isn't it? In and out. Breathe like the ocean. Breathing in and breathing in. Slowly breathing in. That's it, and breathing out again. Make sure you fully exhale. That's it. And breathing in again. Nice deep breath and out again. Breathing like the ocean. Going with the flow, just relax. Just letting the flow carry you. Tangling and untangling, all the while trusting you'll be in the right flow of it. There'll always be a space for you. In and out. I watched my VOD back from yesterday. I didn't watch all of it. I just thought I want to go to see the bit where I crossed the river, and then it cut out right then. It was like just before I got in the river and just after I got out of the river. It was very odd. There's just something about rivers and streams. Can you not stream on a stream? Anyway, it's disappointing because I enjoyed that. It was fun splishing and splashing as we got across. Oh, it looks like some old kind of jetty thing here. Often things like this contain pipes that take sewage and things out. If it doesn't go very far out at all. I believe the sewage works is further down the road, and the pipe for that I suspect would be further down as well. interesting looking seaweeds on this as well. Some red ones and just some of that red stuff's out there. And amongst it all. Yeah, so if we ever can do anything with channel rack, there's a lot of channel rack, not channel rack, sorry, serrated rack. I hope I said the right thing earlier on. Channel rack is a bit different from serrated rack. This might be channel rack at our feet actually. I think it is actually, look. So channel rack has got this kind of groove that goes up the middle there. See how it's kind of, the stems are kind of cup shaped. Channel rack, Helvetia canaliculata. That's what it is. So I meant serrated rack. And there's something that looks a bit like serrated rack, but it's more smooth, I found as well. So that might be some of that too in there. And there's quite a lot of different species here, which is good from a seaweed lover's point of view. All of it looks really nice and fresh. Tangly. Yeah, there's a pipe here. It looks burst. Big time. So there used to be a pipe here, running out from somewhere. I don't know what they used to put there. I bet it was an old sewerage for the village. I wouldn't put it very far out to sea, it has to be said. Oh well. Looks like a bit of the pipe there. Funny. I wonder how long it's been like that. Oh, this is all channel. Looks like kind of like channel rack. Footprints in the sand. Whose footprints are they? Back on the rocks. Do a kind of Mario Kart jump. 1, 2, boing, boing. I find it helpful to think about what you're going to do in terms of Mario Kart moves. I'm going to move on to that stone. When we get to that stone, we're going to go onto that stone. 1, 2 steps. Left foot, right foot, or 2 foots? I think 2 foot, then 2 foot. 1, 2. 1. Wow. Such lush rock pools, full of plants, rock pool plants. Nice. So seaweed is supposed to lock up a lot of carbon. You know, people are planting trees and doing all sorts of things to try to lock carbon into something rather than it being in gas form. So they call seaweed blue carbon. Terns flying by. Beautiful. Hopefully I'm not going to slip. Don't slip. Interesting coloured stone. I might need to have a look at it quite closer. Hiding behind of it is a bit of seaweed. What's it? Ah, just like a kind of bit of granite or something. Let's see if I can put you close up. This stone. It's interesting colours. Drew my attention. It's just granite. Just granite, he says. Nice pattern. Here I am, sitting in the rocks now. Oh, it's quite nice. So yeah, welcome back if you're coming back in. Definitely finding this difficult. If it doesn't say F, then I don't really know what's going on. I suppose I should look at the megabytes. Are definitely going up slowly going up. That's really odd. We're having problems on this beach when it comes to signal. A very random way. Some more of that sort of long stuff. That's quite interesting. Actually, I think it's full of air. I think they're bladders actually. These long bits, I think they're little air bladders. That's why it looks segmented like that. Just touching a bit here beside me, and it's seems to. Yeah, interesting. Quite cool. So sea lettuce here. So from the point of view of being a seaweed forager or lover, there's definitely potential here. Again, it's knowing what to do with it and how much to eat and put in different things. I reckon seaweed kimchi is, or some sort of pickled seaweed is definitely a possibility. I don't know which would be the best. I suppose it's just a case of trying out a few different jars. Pickle this, pickle that, and just trying them, seeing which one you like best. I'll have a think about that. It's kind of my mission for last year to do that, so that stuff in there. Amazing ribbon stuff. So pretty. It must look awesome here when the tide's in and all this is just like standing up and blowing around in the tide. It must look so cool, particularly in the sunlight. Obviously it's low tide now, so they're all just flopping down. Really nice. So, around the corner there is the entrance to the harbour, and we clearly can't get across that right now, so we're going to have to, if we're going to go over onto that area there at all, which I'd quite like to, we're going to have to go round to get out there. Once again, it's I wonder whether there's a kind of time of year for rock pools and things. So I remember coming down here fairly recently and there wasn't really any sea anemones or anything like that. And I've seen quite a lot of them today. Just makes me pretty happy. I've seen one hermit crab, which is hopeful. And maybe I'm just spoilt in other places that I've been. I believe the west coast is better than the east coast for seeing stuff in the rock pools. So maybe these are a bit too, as I said, deep water pools. We need to go somewhere where there's some more shallow kind of beach, where there's less seaweed. You know, kind of out near where the seals are, actually. That kind of thing, but obviously not there. Somewhere else. You know, that island we go to where it's low lying, the waves come in. It's clearly not covered in seaweed though. It's clearly just rocks and stuff. Wow. Beautiful day, beautiful evening, afternoon. Quite tired after our wee walk earlier on. There's some rock pool over there. Kind of out there. Let's go and have a look at it. I've got to be back for 7 o'clock, so that's in another hour. So, got a meeting. Got all this beautiful bird's foot trefoil. Lovely. Got a meeting with the History Society. Let's see, doing some exciting things. Hopefully. Look at this. Oh, I love the ham and eggs. Common bird's foot trefoil. Such a pretty thing. You see it all over the place. At the beach, up the mountain. Brightening up the world. One yellow and red flower at a time. Beautiful ripples. Very nice. I love ripples. So many different pebbles on the beach. It's a bit of a chain. Well, it's not sure what it is. An anchor or something. So many pebbles on the beach. So many possibilities in life. Big rock hollow. No. This is interesting. Why is it all white? Is it salt? That's weird. What's all the white stuff? Weird. I don't know what that is. But this whole place is covered in it this year. That's really odd. Just kind of in this spot. There's a wee bit more back there. But right here, it's a load of it. Kind of looks like salt, like salt crystals. Oh, turned you around, didn't mean to do that. That seems a bit weird. Does this bit not get, does the tide not come to this bit? That might make more sense if the tide doesn't get here. And if it's just been drying out over successive days or something like that. I find that really weird. Well, that's what I'm here to do, to explore. Well, this stuff looks mad. It's like it's got a perm. It's dead short as well. Short cropped. Short and curlies. Nice. Like that. really want to stand on it. I feel like there's millions of whelks under it. Millions of winkles under it. Trying not to stand on the winkles. Possible. Nice. Crazy. So in Scotland there's a woman called Monica Wild. You can see her on Instagram. She's Mo Wild. She's running a biome project, natural biome project, where she's working with people who fancy to just eat natural food for a month or longer and see how they get on with it. Those worm tracks. Cool. Quite fat worms as well. Leaving those tracks. Worming their way around. Oh, I see a crab. I'm sure that's a crab. Might be. Oh, it's a hermit crab. Nice one. Hermit crab number 2. Woohoo! Can I get down to it? Might be hermit crab number 3 as well. I'm gonna get a wet bum here. Yep, I'm gonna get a wet bum. So, here is a hermit crab, and behind it looks like a winkle. Very winkle, look, here he comes. I love hermit crabs. They're so cool. Gathering things. See, as I said, hermit crabs are usually pretty active, jumping around, doing their thing. Oh, so we move this. It's like, I must run away. Let's put him in the spotlight. Is there two of them there? I think it might be two of them. As soon as I move my hand near it. Yeah, I think that is the hermit crab in there as well. Cute little things. Okay, I'll leave you to it. Scare them constantly. Right, so there we go. 3 hermit crabs. That's quite good. I like hermit crabs. Makes me happy to be seeing hermit crabs. What's going on here? That whelk there. Looks like that might have a crab in it. Not sure. Oh wow, look at that. You don't see that very often. See what it's got his proboscis out, looking for stuff. Look at that. Cool.
Quantum Wasted says, beautiful evening you have there.
Thank you, Quantum. Oh look, there's a brittle starfish there as well. See it? Tiny little brittle starfish. A couple of them actually. See them at the top. I really don't think I've ever seen that. Sea snail moving around, quite hunting like that. It's cool as. Other things are moving out its way. Not sure about what focus to use. Awesome. Those tiny little brittle starfish, look at them here. They're all very, very small. But yeah, it's a very nice evening. Welcome in Quantum Wasted. You're here in southwest Scotland with me, Exhibit Scotland TV. We're doing a Biosphere Live exploration of some of the rock pools down on the coast. So you can hang around with us. Wow, I just need to have another wee look at this guy. I've never seen one of these before. Oh, I don't fall in. No. I just shadowed it, you see. That's cool. I wonder what that is. I don't really know what that is. It's a new species for me. So I'll have to go and look that up. Oh, hermit crab action. Big time. Zooming, zooming. Hey, Hermie. There's quite a lot of hermit crabs here now. There we go, yeah, there is. Loads here. Good, good. That's good to see, I'm pleased. There's loads of hermit crabs, loads of them. It's almost like every periwinkle here's got one in them, eh? Look at the orange one there. There's another one in here. This orange one's moving about now. Doodle-doo, doodle-doo. Yeah, and this thing is just cruising around. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Amazing thing. Whatever that is. Okay, so we have decent hermit crab population. And the terns flying by. Here. Amazing. Yeah, so it's a beautiful place. Down in southwest Scotland. Over that way, if you go over, follow the sunlight, that you'd end up in Ireland. There's another hermit crab. It rolled off the rock because my shadow hit it. It'll be back though. Watch. Hi. There's another one of those big snails. You know what? I'm starting to think that's what's making the worm track. The tracks that I thought were worm tracks. I'm looking at one behind it and it looks like that. Oh. Funny. It's worried about things and then hides away. Cool, huh? Ah. Right. So we need a little box to put the phone in, a clear box to put the phone in, a floaty box. And then we can float the box on top of the water here. And watch the hermit crabs. That'll be fun. Gonna need to dry the bottom of this selfie stick. Ah, there's loads of them here. Seeing loads. It's nice seeing those little brittle starfish as well. There's one there, right in front of me. Two, in fact. There they are. Running along the rock. And there's one coming, another one coming. So they're really cool little birds. They've got little spots on their beaks, and they've got rings, little rings around their necks and bibs. They're called ringed plover. So definitely going to have to get a telescope down here at some point so we can do a bit of shorebird ID. Sort of waiting for it to
Quantum
get a little bit
waste,
warmer.
it says. Tiny roadrunners, so quick.
Yeah, they are. Look. Those legs go. Tiny little things, so really tiny, like the size of your hand. Interesting that it's not. They're relying on the camouflage at the moment instead of flying, just running. Cute, brilliant little birds. Right, let's go up here. So, Mia, is it Mia? Mia Morandi and Quantum. Where are you guys from? Always like to find out. Always like to find out where everybody's from. This is my backyard, basically. Well, I live in a village just up here. And I'm thoroughly enjoying sharing the nature of this area with you. If you haven't hit the follow button, please hit the follow button.
Quantum waste, it says. Lichfield,
Like,
England
this
here.
nature sort of things. We explore all sorts of stuff using a telescope. We've got some drones as well. And we do this handheld stuff. Got all sorts of nature. Shouts to the Lichfield Massif.
Maya Mirandi says.
Maya Mirandi says, smile. Cool. Do. So yeah, this has just been a little short stream this evening, just because I wanted to get out for the low tide and explore.
Maya Mirandi says, Cyrillic letter Yarnai Panimeu Vash Yazik.
Haha. Wow. Arthur can read. Is that Russian, is it? Wherever you are in the world, you're welcome. Very welcome to be here. The whole idea of this project is to bring nature to people that can't access it. So if you're far off in another country, it's probably quite hard for you to access this countryside. And if you're stuck indoors here in this country, then for whatever reason you're stuck, hopefully this can bring some joy to you. Some nature connection, albeit digitally. So this morning we went for a woodland walk, and good. It's about, don't know how long it was, about 2 hours long or something. And then I came back. Did a bit of
Quantum
charging.
Wasted says, they say they cannot understand your language.
Ah. Oh well, just look at the pictures. So, oh, it was a jellyfish. A very late jellyfish. Jellyfish nonetheless. I'm from Scotland and I'm speaking my best English. A Scottish guy recently said to me he thought that my accent was from the north of England. It's funny. Because I've never lived in England. Lived in Wales for a little bit, but never England. Is that gannet? Yeah, gannet flying by. Wow.
Maya Mirandi says, I from Russia, swirling star dizzy symbol.
Hi. Hi from Russia. Hi Mia. Is it Mia? Mia Mirandi? Or is it Miam? Mia. I'm going to call you Mia.
Hi.
Hey Mia. Nice to see you. You are welcome here anytime. Come enjoy nature with us. So, there's a wee boat here. See this one here? So that is apparently one of the old, it's called the Margaret, one of the old fishing boats that used to come out here. One of the old herring boats. The only one that's left. And it's a kind of local treasure, really. I should make a 3D model of it soon before it falls apart. I'm surprised it survived the storms recently.